YouTube, what's going on, guys? Doomwake here, and we are back with not Tarkir Dragonstorm Standard. Again, we're trying out some more modern stuff here. And for those of you who are watching that were looking for some standard content, again, the primary focus of the channel is still going to be standard. Just with the current state of standard and how it's just completely dominated by Quarry Steelcutter, I wanted to try and see if we could maybe mix in a little bit of other formats every so often. Not going to be, again, every single day or anything, but just wanted to try it out. And honestly, Tarkir Dragonstorm seems to have made a huge impact on Modern, and I've been finding some very interesting decks throughout the league dump when I was looking, and people are really cooking in Modern right now. And we definitely have one of those chefs for you today who has presented this amazing, elegant meal for us. And the concept and the general premise of this deck is the card you see on your screen, Hollow One. This is what the whole deck is built around, which 5 mana for a 4/4, not that great. But this spell costs 2 less to cast for each card you've cycled or discarded this turn. So, if you have ways to discard 2 or 3 cards, you can cast a 1 or 0 mana 4/4. And the ways that we are going to be doing that, primarily, Street Wraith, which you can cycle for free, or 2 life, which is not actually free, but basically free. And the other 2 1-mana spells here, Faithless Looting, card that was somewhat recently unbanned, about 5-ish months ago from now. The funny thing about the Faithless Looting unban is when it happened, the first maybe week or two, a lot of people were trying all these cool different decks. Faithless Looting in Hollow One, Phoenix, Dredge, all this kind of stuff. And then after 2 weeks, people realized that the best deck was, the best thing you could be doing by far was Breach, and nothing else even competed with Breach. So in a weird way, the banning of Breach is sort of like the re-unbanning of Faithless Looting, and now people can actually try and put that card into their deck and not feel embarrassed. Just 1 mana, draw 2, discard 2. You get to choose what you discard, and it has flashback for 3. So if you're flooding out, you can flashback on turn 3. And then Burning Inquiry, which is definitely an interesting card, and one that adds a pretty cool, depending on whether or not you discard your Hollow Ones, an element of variance to the deck, which Hollow One players will tell you this, you live by the Inquiry and you die by the Inquiry. Sometimes you cast this card and you're going to discard 2 of your Hollow Ones. Sometimes you cast this card and you're going to play 2 of your Hollow Ones. There's really no way to know. The cool thing about Burning Inquiry is, well, there's 2 things that are important to note about this card. One, if you build your deck in such a way that you have enough overlapping synergy with discarding cards, it's not going to be as random as you think it is, because you have Nethergoyf, which you can cast from the graveyard, Looting, which has flashback, Mako, which pays you off for discarding cards, Fear of Missing Out has Delirium, Detective's Phoenix you can cast from the graveyard, and Hollow One you can cast for free if you have it in your hand. So almost more than half of your deck is cards that work with Burning Inquiry. So unless you discard 3 lands and have no Hollow Ones in hand, you're going to be able to do something with the Burning Inquiry. And the other card that I didn't highlight, that is one of the main reasons that you're playing Burning Inquiry in the first place, is Orcish Bowmasters. Really powerful card if your opponent has a lot of X1s, and the Boros decks do have a lot of X1s. But more importantly, if you have an Orcish Bowmaster in play and you cast Burning Inquiry to force your opponent to draw 3 cards, you get 3 triggers off of the Bowmasters. So you can shoot down a couple of their things, you can ping them for 3 and make your army bigger. A lot of cool stuff you can do with that. Now, the Dragonstorm part of this deck, which, you look at this deck and it's basically almost entirely a Rakdos deck, but we are splashing blue for Winternight Stories, which I'm not entirely sure is actually correct, because this card is kind of expensive, right? 3 mana to cast from your hand, draw 3, discard 2, unless you discard a creature. So it does have some synergy, right? Discarding cards, pays you off for Mako, lets you cast Hollow One for cheaper, put Detective's Phoenix in the graveyard. The real power of this card is when you discard it to another card. Say you discard it to a Looting or a Burning Inquiry, and then you play a Hollow one for free. You can then, for a single blue mana, because it's harmonized as 4 colorless and a blue, you can pay a single blue mana and tap the Hollow one to then cast this from your graveyard for just 1 mana. That's the powerful part of this card, not when you're casting it from your hand. So because of that, you kind of actually don't want to draw them early, and I think it might be better off as like a 2 or a 3 of tops. But it is a good card when you can get it into the graveyard. You can set up some pretty like sort of sweet OTK lines where if you have haste from Phoenix plus Delirium from Fear of Missing Out and get a second combat with your hasted flyer, that can present a lot of damage. Arena of Glory is amazing in this deck. There's even some lines where turn 2, you just like say turn 1 you play a Mako, and then turn 2 you play Arena, activate the Arena for haste, 1 mana for a Mako, 1 mana for a Burning Inquiry, trigger both Makos, attack for 8 on turn 2. If you have, say you cast a Looting, you can then play a Hollow one for a single mana off of the Arena mana to give it haste. A lot of cool stuff you can do with Arena. And then as far as the sideboard, the blue splash gives you some counter spells like Consign and Stubborn Denial. You have a bounce spell here just as a generic catch-all, Surgical for graveyard decks, Push for Boros along with Pyroclasm, Meltdown for Affinity, and then Thoughtseize for control decks. So pretty standard, just good card sideboard. But yeah, I like the fact that the blue gives you access to those counter spells in the sideboard along with the Winternight Stories. So all in all, very interesting take on the Hollow one archetype. Again, hope you guys enjoy the modern content, and let me know in the comments if there's anything else that you want to see me play. With all of that said, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Modern. Let's go. Well, this hand has a plan. Type 1 in the chat if you see the plan with this hand. Meticulous Archive. JS, have a good day. Thank you for stopping by as always. Oh, good draw. Very good draw. Best draw on the deck. Am I getting chanted? You wouldn't guess Time Walk now, would you? Bullshit. All right, go. Nar said, wait, this fucks with my whole plan. I guess I can just Bowmaster and then do the Inquiry after combat. Yeah. But it's not as flashy, you know? It's not as flashy. Untap land. Now we're cooking. Gonna play around Solitude. Now we are cooking with the Gasolina. How much damage is this? I can't even count this high. Whoop. You can Solitude one of them. Or not. Take 6. Your turn. It's at least 3. All right, I have an 8/8. I guess having an 8/8 doesn't even matter that much against the Ormschant deck, but we got 3 mostly irrelevant cards too. We still could very easily lose this game. It does help that we have another Bowmaster and another Burning Inquiry, so I guess that's pretty good. Okay. I mean, that's good, but it doesn't necessarily solve the problem. Okay, take like 9. This is lethal if they have nothing. All right, deck. I should have attacked first in case they had Solitude, but was that good? Yeah. Oh, we discarded their lands. They couldn't even Wrath for 2. Yeah, if we didn't discard their Flooded Strand, they could have Wrath for 2. That would have been bad, but thankfully we hit their land. I would say that went pretty well. I think that went above average. I would guess. Would you surgical their Orm's Chance? That can't be good, right? Could flood. What's the weakest card in my deck? Yeah, that game is not going to happen very often. That's like that. I guarantee you that specific game will not happen again this league. It's like once every 50 matches or whatever. I wouldn't even say 10. Maybe 50 is too much, but like once in 20 maybe. 1 in 25. I feel like all of my cards are good. Maybe Bolt's not great. Shave Bolts. Shave like one of these. This card is horrible against Narset. Yeah, I mean, as much as I want to keep in the stories, you know, actually, I think we just have to keep in the Bolts for Narset. Yeah. Like, I really want to play stories and keep it in because we're trying out the new cards, but it's just so bad into Narset. I mean, this is the Gamba hand. Simply just don't miss, you know? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Okay. We got we got their Rest in Peace. I don't know how much I care about their Rest in Peace, but given that I have this, I guess I do. My leftovers are also pretty good, right? I would say above average leftovers. I mean, this FOMO's going to get countered. Really? Okay. Yeah. Counter my spell. Yeah. What they pitch? Orm's Chant. Just don't play land Narset, please. Just do anything but land Narset. Yeah, I'll take land pass. I could bestow the Phoenix without, right? Hold on. Sorcery, creature, enchantment. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to. I don't know why I shocked. Should have cast the Gwei first. Get rid of this and this. We still have 5 types. Let's shoot for 7. God, Detective's Phoenix is such a fucking sick-ass card. Do I cast the Mako? I could save it for cycling purposes. I guess we'll cast it. Casting it's decent if we draw. I guess we boarded out the stories. I guess putting it into play this turn is good if we draw Burning Inquiry. So that's something to think about. But yeah, maybe just bluffing a counterspell there was good. But I mean, if they have Verdict, then whatever. Can't bluff a counterspell against Verdict. Okay. It did shock. Sure. You can just kill that, though. So they didn't minus the Narset, which means their last card is Days Undoing. So I should definitely just do this. Right. And then if they have Days Undoing, just give me 7 cards. I'll take it. I mean, not that they have any better plans, but yeah, that's fine. Cool. 7 cards. Did you find a chant? You better have found a chant, or else I'm killing you. Does not look like they did. Fetch first. Mm. 10. I'm trying to think if it matters how I sequence this. I guess not really, right? Discard this and this. Trigger here. I have to assume they're going to kill the Mako. Did they wait on the chant? It's kind of 5-head. So I guess I just pass? Like, I could bolt them now, but I could just bolt them on their turn, right? All right, go. Go. And I guess they could go land Narset Days. That's not even close to good enough. Wrath for 2. 2? Huh? Why 2? Why did they use both energy? I'm so confused. What's happening right now? What's going on here? I mean, I guess that means they just have another chant, but... Oh, they're just dead? Alright, cool. That makes things a lot easier. I mean, I don't have to do this, but it's funny. Whatever, just bolt them. Get this over with. Interesting. I'm not really sure what happened that match. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really know what happened. Well, there you go. This hand is sexy. God, this hand is sexy. Turn 1 Mako, turn 2 Haste Mako plus Burning Inquiry, attack for 8. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Fuck you. I got 1 Meltdown. That's good enough, right? Oh my god. Why is this my life, man? Why is this my life? Fuck. Just the one chalice gamer in the entire world. And of course they have it on turn 1. Like, my hand probably could have beat a turn 2 chalice that game, but I guess maybe not. So annoying. I just fucking hate cards like that. They're just like, oh, you wanted to play Magic today? How about no? You don't get to play the game at all. Just hate shit like that. It's so dumb. Really fun games that we're playing. Alright, try this, I guess. I think Stories is too slow against them. Hand's good. I'm gonna Thoughtseize on one. People cry about Chalice because their deck is built greedily. I mean, explain to me how, in what universe could you ever possibly imagine a deck like this being able to answer a main deck Chalice? Like, especially on the draw. Like, you can't main deck answers to that card. That's just not a thing that people do, you know? Like, if they open the Chalice and the Soul Land, then good beats, but... Yeah, take the map here. Yeah, I don't really know what's greedy about playing efficient cards. I don't know how that's greedy at all. I would argue the deck that's playing, you know, get the 7 mana on turn 3 is probably greedier than the deck that's playing a bunch of 1 mana spells. If you want to talk about greed. You didn't draw the Chalice, did you? Okay, I would have lost it. I would have actually lost it. When your entire deck is dependent on them resolving, that's being greedy. So what? You just think that every deck in the format shouldn't play 1 mana cards because Chalice is legal? I don't understand the argument. Like, what are we talking about here? Should probably looting first. Because I can go looting, then play Hollow One, right? Then Burning Inquiry. Because I want to guarantee put the Hollow One into play. I don't want to risk discarding the Hollow One. I guess this doesn't give you the opportunity of hitting a second Hollow One, but... I did discard... I did discard 2 more Hollow Ones, to be fair. Okay. I guess I deserved it. They're at 11. I only have 9 in play. Your deck is dependent on the cards you chose to resolve. Right, but I'm saying that, like, the way that I've built my deck, there are so few people who play Chalice of the Void that people who build decks like this do not ever consider that card. It, like, you know what I mean? Obviously, if more people in a format like Legacy, for example, right, where you have Ancient Tomb and City of Traders and multiple ways to play Chalice of the Void, and Chalice is a large part of the metagame, I can understand the consideration to having more answers to Chalice or building your deck in such a way that is more immune to Chalice. But in a format like Modern, where Chalice is just not a thing that a lot of people do, like, you know, I have 1 Phoenix. If I Phoenix the Bowmaster, it's a forced chump block. But if I Phoenix one of the 4/4s, they could just take 10. If I Phoenix a 4/4, they attack with, like, say, Phoenix Hollow One. I guess this is better against Boseiju. So Phoenix this, attack with these 2. They block here, take 6, go to 5. Then this is still lethal next turn. Huh. Or Phoenix Bowmaster, they chump here, take 7, go to 4. I guess that's better, right? Yeah, that's probably a little bit better. Just spread the damage around. And it still forces a chump block either way. This thing doesn't have reach, right? I mean, it's got like 17 different keywords on it, so I don't know. It might have reach. If you told me that card had reach, I guess I wouldn't be that surprised. The medium whitelist I posted yesterday has rocketed me upward from gold to plat. Congratulations, Houseboy. I want to spend some more time on that because I think there is something in that space of just white good cards. I think there's definitely a lot more in that space. Like, the curve of voice into Phyrexian Censor is just such a, like, hard-hitting curve. We did a deck tech earlier for, I think it was Base Cannon, who had a version, I think I have it in my Discord here, hold on. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. Okay. So we cycle and hit a bolt. A bolt or a phoenix also kills them. Bolt my ass. It's close. Not quite, but it's close. Well, I guess we're giving them another turn, huh? Awkward. Oh, shit. I could have surveilled the Phoenix. You're right. I'm dumb. I should have played the surveil land first. Yeah, you're right. I fucked up. There's definitely not a Phoenix on top, right? Okay, good. Thank God. This is gonna be close. I mean, I could take one hit from this thing. Don't you worry. I could take the first hit. Still have 3 bolts in deck. Like, you guys know for a fact they're just gonna have Lab Chalice game 3. Oh, right. They just cast the fucking Sire, right? This one actually does have reach. We can find a Bolt or a Bowmaster. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. So, Bolt or Bowmaster does it. What's the damage? They hit 2 bolts and a Bowmaster. So that means I have 2 Bowmasters and 1 bolt left. All right, quick. Somebody do the math. 3 out of 19. What are the odds? Yeah, burning would also do it. How many burnings do I have left? 1. So 5 out of 19. I have 5 outs. 5 is not a bad number of outs. 5 out of 19 is what, 25% roughly? Yeah, I can looting too. Hold. Hold. Come on, dealer. Hit me. All right. Well, I can go to 1. Hold. Hold. Damn it. No. I guess I could have blocked. I didn't think about blocking. All right. We get 2 more looks at, I mean, we still have a 5 outer, right? Oh, no. Bowmaster doesn't do it. So 3 outer? Bolt or Burning Inquiry? Let's go. Ah, what an insane game. Unbelievable game. And they don't have enough to Kozilek's command the Bowmaster because they only have 3 mana. Crazy game. Holy shit. that was way too close. All right. So about trying to beat a Chalice on the draw. Yeah, I'm not sure that we can really worry about that. I don't know if we can actually... We just have to pretend it's not there, right? Would you like Stubborn Denial against them or no? It's kind of mid, right? They have a lot of creatures. I was waiting for somebody to suggest Flood Maw against Chalice. I'm just going to run it back. You know what's really funny? The list that I copied had a Brazen Borrower over the Flood Maw, and I thought to myself, why are we playing Borrower and not Flood Maw? And now I realize why we're playing Borrower and not Flood Maw. I understand that now. I get it. So that one's on me, I guess. I actually just made the deck worse. And I actually got punished for it too, because I'm playing against the Chalice deck. All right. I mean, show it to me, man. I can't beat it. Okay, not a chalice, thank God. Now here's the question. Do you think they have chalice on turn 2? And can I even respect it? I don't think I can, to be honest with you. Because if I go Foothills past, they're just going to go Tron land pop map, and I'm just going to fucking die. You know what I mean? Like there's just, I can't respect it. It's just not something I can do this game. All right, go. All right, no chalice is good. Guess I don't need to do that end of turn. I do kind of need to find a land, though. And we can cycle Oliphaunt, I guess. Okay. How about a hollow one? Hollow one would go crazy here. All right, for you. We have to hope they somehow only have one payoff. Also, if it's Ugin, I'm kind of fucked because I don't have a second mana to replicate the Consign. So we have to hope it's like Sire. If it's Sire, we have a chance. They have 5 cards in hand. What's the plan? I think... God. I have to counter the trigger, right? I think my plan is like counter a trigger and then hope to draw a looting or a burning inquiry. And then I could try to make this thing bigger than a 6/6. Yeah. I gotta counter the trigger. I mean, I can double bolt the Devourer, but it's not a very good plan, right? That's all I got. Surely this will work, right? Surely this is fine. I should have left up this just to represent another Consign, but I got lazy. You got your Collector Tarkir box links. Nice. I've heard a lot of people having issues with that. With, like, not even just the product not showing up on time, but also taxes. Apparently, you have to pay, like... I don't remember what the exact number was. I want to say it was, like 150 per box or something. That's what they valued them at. Because I remember people saying a lot of, like, there was a lot of people talking about that they had to pay like an absurd amount on each box for taxes. Well, because they're considering it as like, I don't know, something like that. Wizards is taking care of the taxes for non-US residents. Yeah, but for US residents, I think it's different. Yeah, they consider it as income, I think. Yeah, but you have to pay taxes on lottery winnings too. At least in the US you do. Like if you win $1 million in the lottery, you don't even get close to half of that. You have to pay a lot of that in taxes. Yeah. Sure. I'm saying within the US. The US is crazy when it comes to shit like that. All right. I think we just have to do the combo. Yeah, you have to pass. Well, the income is like they're equating the boxes that you're getting as income, I think is what their point is, or like how it's filed in taxes and stuff. Something like that. Am I chumping? I think I'm chumping. No, I shouldn't chump. Hold on. No, I shouldn't chump. Because I need the token in play to kill them. Should have waited till end of turn. Because the only chance I have is they have nothing, and then the Burning Inquiry kills them. Which is, I would say, highly unlikely, but... Oh, there's no way. There's no way they have nothing. Holy shit, did I actually win this game? No shot, dude. How did I win this game? What the fuck? All right, that guy underscore champ. It looks good. Okay, question. On the play, the last deck seen was three days ago, Belcher. Do you gamble on turn 1, or do you go for Bowmaster Burning Inquiry? This is actually kind of a tricky hand, right? Let's assume, for the sake of argument, they're playing Belcher. Like, let's say they're playing Belcher 100%. I think Inquiry on 1 is correct against Belcher, because you just have to go fast against them. Like, you don't really have time for Bowmaster Burning Inquiry, so I'm going to gamble. Also, like, you know, life is just more fun when you gamble. Oh, that's not Belcher. What? What the hell was that? You're just gonna show me that Emrakul and not even like, you're not even gonna tell me, you're not even gonna say hi first? Dude, what is with these blue Tron players, man? I'm gonna main phase this to play around counter spells. It is how you rebuild your life, yes. They discarded an Emrakul, a Subtlety, and a Spell Snare. All right, well, fuck me, I guess. What is with this, like, obsession with blue Tron? How have I played against 2 blue Tron players in the same day? Come on. Come on. Like, when did we decide that blue Tron was playable? Do I have enough resources to use this Phoenix? Oh, Spike Blade Blutron? Okay, that makes more sense. That's all you had to say. 1, 2, 3. I can exile my whole graveyard to Phoenix the Goyf, but that sounds kind of bad. Is it bad? I mean, at that point, I should just Phoenix the hollow one, right? It's more damage. No, it's 1 less damage, but yeah, I really want to put this Phoenix into play though. Just like play the Goyf and don't use the Phoenix. So what? Discard Phoenix looting, play land, play Goyf, pass. Well, attack pass. Yeah, that's probably okay. I'll do that. Because that makes the Goyf a little bit bigger too. We go to 12. We have 11. I don't know if this is better. It's probably better. See, I had respect for them until they played this. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, EOT Bolt. So they definitely have Kozilek's Command, right? What is my best play against Kozilek's command? 2, 4, 7. They can do it for 5. So they can shrink the Goyf and kill the hollow one. That kind of sucks. I could just snap Phoenix, given that they've, like, since they've given me the option here, and it's very clear they have Kozilek's command. I feel like Snap Phoenix is not that bad here. On to the Nethergoyf. Yeah. Because then that way, if they kill the hollow one, they still can't block the Nethergoyf. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the whole graveyard though, which kind of sucks. I guess I could just be being baited here. They don't have a command, but I would assume they do all the time here. What's my favorite Tron land art? Definitely the old school. It's got to be Antiquities. So they're making spawns and killing the Goyf. Surprised they would. Oh, because they want to block the hollow one this turn. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sure. Definitely Antiquities for me. I can respect like the like FBBs, the 4th edition ones, but none of that white bordered shit. It's weird because I actually enjoy the artwork on 8th and 9th edition, but the fact that they're white bordered is just a non-starter for me. I believe, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe either 8th or 9th edition had a printing, like the Russian printing was not foil, but black bordered. And I could fuck with those. Like Russian black border 8th edition. I could definitely fuck with those. Those would look nice. 8th edition art got reprinted in Double Masters. Yeah, but it's got like the new frame and I don't know. It just doesn't, it's not the same, you know. Russian cards are nice. The Russian language on the Magic cards is quite good. I think I'm dead, by the way. We can hit Phoenix plus Big Thing. I mean, if I had a blue mana, that'd be nice. Let's just go to the next one. Back it up. Back it up. Okay, so Consign in, Thoughtseize in. Yeah, we just don't have time for stories against them. I guess we could try the Stubs. Maybe over like a Bolt. I guess Bolt's not even that good against them. Let's try Stubs. I like Stub a lot more against the blue version because they have a lot more non-creature spells. Bro, that's a lot of Phoenixes. I mean, this hand is a 4/4 on turn 2, which I guess is good enough. Wait, I made red? Alright, go. This is a weird-ass hand. Weird-ass hand. Do exclamation point deck. Okay. Well, it's also a 4/4 on turn 2, just in a different manner. Could force my looting, I guess. They have Dismember? No. Okay, I like that. Oh, shit. I should have discarded a land. I should have discarded the Falls. Because I would have Delirium with the FOMO. Oh, God. I got so punished. Oh, no! Chat, why am I so stupid? F. F, F, F. God, we just had it. Oh, I could just discard the land. Right. Yeah. Okay. We're fine. So we go here. Do I haste the Mako too? I guess there's no reason not to, right? Wait, was it more damage? Oh, this is only 14. Was it more damage if I didn't play the Mako and instead flashback the Phoenix? No, because if I Phoenix, I lose Delirium. Okay, well. They weren't dead, but they were basically dead. That was a nice draw, by the way. That opening hand had 3 Phoenixes, too. The opening hand didn't look very good. Tamio, Emery, Cutter. Yeah, so this is basically almost the same deck that we played. It's just cut the Narsets for Ascendancies. Which makes sense. I feel like a lot of the games where I cast Narset, Ascendancy would have been quite a bit better. So that makes sense. Yeah. This hand is the stone cold nuts if it weren't for double arena. What do you think, chap? Is it a keeper? It's really close. I kind of want to keep it. I mean, even if you don't draw an untapped land, like, we're still going to pop off on turn 3, right? Basically, what I'm getting at is that I think even if this hand misses, it still might be good enough. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. It would be a lot better on the play for sure. On the play, I think it's a snap keep. It's closer on the draw. Eldrazi Demple. Okay. Still. Untap land next turn is still really good. What are they casting for 2 Eldrazi mana? Bro, you're not about to Kozilek's command for 0, are you? You kept a 1-lander? There's no way. Okay, well, it turns out my hand was good enough against this. Could have hasted this. Maybe it was worth it to haste it. It's kind of funny because I'm actually potentially making their hand better by casting the Burning Inquiry, but at this point it doesn't matter. I probably should have hasted this. Oh yeah, they're just dead. How bannable would the MH3 lands be if they had land types and could be fetched but still came in tapped if you don't control another of their type? Like if you could fetch Arena of Glory? Yeah, it'd be broken as shit. What are we talking about? What? You kidding me? No, of course not. You can't do that. That's not allowed. It'd be absurd. Like broken in half. There's no way you could do that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's lethal. 13, 16, 18. So they go to 2. I guess it's just better to... No, this is fine. So get rid of this. I guess I just double Phoenix. Right? Okay, well. We're good. 3-0. Let's keep it going. But it's possible that the format is too fast for you to be playing a 3-mana card draw spell. And I could buy that. But I think what I'm learning is that Hollow One is just good right now. This deck has been really nice. Which meta deck would you say has the highest skill level? I want to say eldrazi. And I know that might be like a very like a lot of people may not agree with me on that. But the thing about eldrazi that you have to realize is your mulligan decisions are really difficult. Yeah, I guess Titan's up there too, but mulliganing with eldrazi is really difficult. Yeah, the frog deck too. I guess frog is up there. They're playing Storm. Oh shit. Well, this is bad. Because now my Burning Inquiry doesn't really do anything. Huh. Noted. I just can't even cast my Burning Inquiry now. Well, this is bad. 2, 3. I could haste the Hollow One. Yeah, I guess we could just Bowmasters, kill the Mako, chump block the Vengevine, take a hit from Adept, and then maybe next turn try to Burning Inquiry to kill all their stuff. Yeah, okay, I'll buy that. Let's do this. It's definitely the safest line. I was trying to think about if there was a line that I could like float arena mana, use one of them, looting, discard, play the Hollow One with haste with the other one, attack for 7. But this is probably just better. That's a good point, yeah. So they can't really cast their draw spells. That's a very good point. Bowmaster is kind of nuts in this matchup, huh? I hadn't really thought about that, but yeah. They just can't cast any of their lootings or burning inquiries. I mean, maybe they just have to, but... Wait, who in chat said that they were playing the better version of our deck? We literally have the trump card. We have the lights out card, you know. Caught. I mean, I'm gonna do it. Right? We didn't come here to not do it. I guess the question is, do I even have to? The answer to that question is probably no. All right, let's just play it safe. This can go get stories. Or Steam Vents for stories. So I can play the Hollow One. Question is, do I just flashback the stories here with the Hollow One? Is that better than looting? It gets me 3 cards deeper to another Hollow One. I think it is. And I don't think I'm blocking with the Hollow One anyways. Although maybe I would want to double block the Adept. Interesting. We could just play defense with the Mako. I don't hate that. Just like get rid of the... Can I afford to go to 7 is the question. It's kind of risky, right? Maybe I just split the difference and go discard 1 Wraith and then cycle the other one, go to 9. Because I also can't really afford the chump block with the Bowmasters. But I think I have to pass here. Because the Bowmaster is what's keeping me in this game, preventing them from casting their stuff. But if I lose the Bowmaster, then they can just pop off. I think we're chilling. Yeah, now we're just chilling. Oh, yeah, that's good too. So, get basic. I may just be able to kill them this turn. Okay, let's start here. Haste this. Cast Burning Inquiry, floating a red haste mana. Discarded 2 hollow ones. All right, you upstairs. Okay, they're off it. Cool. All right, so Bowmaster is the nuts. It's funny because I was thinking about cutting Burning Inquiry, but I wonder if I should keep some copies in. Maybe that's just not true, though. Because I guess the way that you could look at it is that, yes, Bowmaster Burning Inquiry is really good, but the thing is, do you even need Burning Inquiry if you have Bowmaster? Because Bowmaster just prevents them from playing the game. Like, you don't need to have the Burning Inquiry. And there could be some, like, really awkward scenarios that come up where if you have Burning Inquiry, they, like, either kill your Bowmaster in response, or your Burning Inquiry discards them 2 Vengevines, and then that's the way you lose the game. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to cut all the Burning Inquiries. Just not do that. And I do want these for Vengevines. And then I guess just, like, a Flood Maw is good. Nah, Fatal Push is good. Could do, like, cut 1 of these for 2 pushes. Try that. Will there ever be a day when the discard your hand black spell will be usable? Are you talking about 1 with nothing? I doubt it. I mean, the weird thing about 1 with nothing is that it doesn't even work with Hollow 1. Because you need to have the Hollow 1 in hand. Oh. Okay. It's good to know for next game. Good to know for next game. I didn't know they had that card. Good. I'm gonna save the Street Wraith. Squave ain't doing shit. So I should kill the Mako in response. I guess with Fatal Push. We have 1 Flood Maw. I didn't board it in. I discarded the... Oh no, they discarded the Surgical Extraction. Oh no. I guess good news is that they discarded Hollow 1. So we probably can't get Vengevine this turn unless they have another Hollow 1. Okay. Well, I guess we're doing that. That's something. Get a Montaña. I'll take a hollow one. Any hollow boys? Okay, not exactly what I was looking for. No, I was gonna board in the Flood Maw, and then I ended up not doing it for Fatal Push. But I guess I should have boarded in the Flood Maw. I didn't know they had lane line. They got a bolt? No. No. This one's looking a little bit less and less winnable. Okay. No Vengevine? Okay. I mean, I have to cast the Winternight Stories. My hand sucks. All right, 3 mana, draw 3. I'm at 9 life against the hollow one. All right, go. This is not looking good. Not looking good. To be honest with you, even if they didn't have the ley line, well, I guess I would have the Goyf in play, but yeah. So the ley line did matter because it shut off the Goyf. It was like the only good threat that I drew. You want to just draw 3 again? I mean, how do I even win this game? I don't know that I can. I can only put one of the creatures into play. How has Stories been? I think that might be the first time that I've casted in 4 matches. I just haven't drawn it that much. I have been boarding it out a decent amount. It's not very good here. I'll tell you that much. Bowmasters could do it, yeah. So FOMO into Bowmasters is probably my best path to victory here. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Then we can go Bowmaster Chump Block. I mean, look. Times are tough, all right? I'm doing it. I know you don't want me to do it, but I'm doing it. It is a lot of mana. I mean, honestly, Stories is probably best when you discard it to a looting and then use Hollow One to flash it back. But when you're tapping 3 mana for it, it's not good. And before they have Apostle's Blessing? No. Okay. Okay, he's cooking. He's cooking. Bowmaster? Oh, okay. So discard 2 lands, and then just play Hollow One. Wait, should I haste the Hollow One? I have 2 arenas. It's probably worth it, right? Yeah. I think with 2 arenas, it's probably fine. I got to get this game over with. Yeah, when I said Apostle's Blessing, I meant like, what's the one that people play in Standard? That's rude. Not Tamiyo's Safekeeping, but the newer one. Snakeskin Veil. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, Snakeskin Veil. Uh-oh. You got a 3-mana Hollow One for me? Tyvar Stand is nice. That card's good if you flood out. Let's go double Bowmaster this turn. I mean, we somehow have not died yet. They've had a Vengevine in their graveyard for 20,000 turns. Okay, that makes sense. So they just waited on the... They had a creature in hand. They waited on to draw the second one. I think we're still fine, though. Yeah, I think we're still fine. Is it worth killing the Vengevine here? It's gotta be, right? It's gotta be worth killing the Vengevine. With them having one card in hand. Did I just misclick? Oh, great. Okay, well. Oops. I meant to target their Vengevine, but... Well, I guess we're not killing Vengevine, huh? That is not what I meant to do. Interesting. Magic is really hard when they have Leyline, man. This is like plan X. We're doing it the hard way. I would feel a lot better if they didn't have a Vengevine in play. I mean, this is just a situation of both decks operating at peak capacity. You know, both decks firing on all cylinders. Everything is going perfect. GG. Are we 4-0? Chad, I think we're 4-0. See ya. But the blue sideboard cards have been good. I've liked those. I've kept worse hands. Boros Energy. This is the test. The ultimate test. We didn't come here to we didn't come here not to gamble. Oh, Dimir. Well, it's a good thing I let on Bird Inquiry, huh? How's the Dimir matchup? I would guess it's close, right? Okay. By Bowmaster. Did discard the FOMO, which I didn't really want to discard, but that's a good point, yeah. There's maybe a way you could fit the third arena in there. But it would be... The third arena is kind of tough with the third color. How many lands are we playing now? 19? Oh, you're saying add the third arena as the 18th land. Okay, I see what you're saying. I gotcha. Yeah, that could be a thing, too. Kind of want to go Nethergoyf Birding Inquiry. That's what I'm thinking. This just gives me the highest upside. Because if I'm looting, I can't play the hollow one. Okay, well. I guess I have 2 Surveil lands in hand. That's good, right? I mean, it's getting to the point where I'm going to hardcast this Oliphaunt. And Birding Inquiry is not very good against Murktide Region, now that I'm realizing this. If they cast Murktide, I just can't possibly win. Okay, that's good. I know, right? Who needs to cast 0 mana 4/4s when I can play 6 mana 6/5s? I guess I should I have no instant in the graveyard. Okay, I guess pre-combat in case I discard an instant would be fine. I didn't check to see how many lands fetchables I had left, but it's a good thing I had one. No! Phoenix Land. Okay. I mean, if they don't have Fatal Push... If they don't have Fatal Push... Damn it. I guess the good news is they don't have Murktide, because they would have played it last turn. So we looting and try to hit an untap land? That is an untapped land. I think that's my last fetchable, right? I should have one left. I have two. Oh, the basic swamp, right? I'll just get the swamp then. Probably have a counterspell for this. Yeah, it's worse than a counterspell. I do have to top it. So I got one more looting left. Ugh. That's going to be hard to beat. It's going to be really hard to beat. Do I like anime at all? I don't. I just like never really got into it. That's bad. All right, game 2. I did say we could never beat a Murktide if they had it. Yeah, I just never really got into it. I'm sure that there would be like once if I got into it, then I'm sure that there's some that I would like, but the only experience I have, I watched a little bit of I can't remember which one it was. There was like a streamer back when that was the meta for popular streamers. They were watching anime. I was watching like a little bit of XQC. I don't remember which one it was, but just never really got into it. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say good things about One Piece. I should start watching it. My thoughts on vegetables? Mostly terrible, but there are some good ones. Like pineapple, right? What else do we want against blue black? I guess this for Murktide could be okay. Stub maybe. I'm cutting this card again because I really don't want to fuel their Murktides. I don't know if that's right, but they have Bowmaster too. I'm just gonna play like a push. Try this. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I've heard some things about that too. I really should just start getting into it. I got plenty of free time, so. I don't know how I feel about this hand. Too sketchy, I think. Little too sketchy. This is better, but like pretty unexciting hand. But it's got lands and spells. Push, force, Murktide, sink. Push or Murktide. I think it's got to be the Murktide. Yeah. Could like maybe take their push to keep my Bowmaster around, but it's not even clear that like the Bowmaster is not even that good against their hand, right? Yeah, we could beat a push. It's a lot harder to beat a Murktide. Could main phase the Bowmaster there, but if they want to trade a counterspell for it, I think I'm okay with that. I guess they go like counterspell, Bowmaster, I rip a land. All right, well, let's do this. Let them take the stories. See, this is a good matchup for stories. Like, this is one of the few decks in the format that you actually have time to cast that card for 3 mana. A Discord for 1 piece that cuts filler? What do you mean cuts filler? Like the show, but just doesn't have... I don't know what you mean by cutting filler. Is it because I'm unaware? Okay, he lacks critical information. Is that what's going on here? I do, in fact, lack critical information. My knowledge of One Piece is non-existent. Literally not. I don't know anything about it. But like I said, I would be interested in getting into it. So I've heard plenty of good things. But I'll probably just like do it at my own pace, you know. They have more filler than non-filler. They're releasing it to cut the filler. Gotcha, okay. Hey, GG's made your Reds. I'm playing for a trophy now. I'm not doing so hot. I'm down a game against Dimir, but I'm trying to get my trophy. Oh, they drew a counterspell too. So they have Sync, Force, 1 unknown. So even if I draw a land, they can still just force the Winternight Stories. That helps. Sorcery, instant creature. Oh, man. With them at 12, part of me wants to keep the second bolt. I don't think it's correct, but... How much is the flashback on this thing? 5? I mean, I guess if I discard stories, I could still flash it back next turn with the fear of missing out. Because it would be like I would need to draw a land either way, right? Either way, it would be 3 mana. I'm gonna keep the bolts. Okay. That gets me Delirium for whatever that's worth. Which is not awful. One Piece has 20 seasons? I better get started early. I better get started quick then. Right, yeah. It's a good point. I'm just firing this shit off. Combat? They're not going to sink the fear of missing out, are they? Okay. All right, how about this? No attack, flashback the stories. Sure, they can use Force Blue card, but... It's like, I'm only giving up 1 damage. I think this is fine. They pitched Harbinger. Okay. So they still have Sync in hand. They have Sync 2 unknowns. This is a close-ass game. Hold land to discard to looting. The Discord calls One Piece. They edited all the released One Piece episodes, so it cuts all the non-canon stuff. Ah, okay. So there's just less screaming. How much screaming is in this anime? Cling to dust. More like cling to bust. I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, from what I'm understanding, or from what I'm gathering, there seems to be a lot of screaming. Yeah, that was good. What's your life total? I'm just going to play around the cards that I know are in their hand. They could have a counter spell, but I know they have a 3-mana spell in their hand. Okay, well, I mean, do I cast the other one? Let's see what they fetch. I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold the other one. That's not good. Okay. Could do something with that. Hold. They have another counter spell. So I know that if I bolt their Psychic Frog, they can just discard 2 cards, but that would mean that they would have no cards in hand. I think what I want to do is, yeah, discard Land Wraith, bolt the Psychic, or I guess, you know what? What if I just fucking bolted them? Yeah, just put them to 2, right? Yeah, fuck the Psychic Frog, just bolt them. Hold. That's a pretty good card. I only have 1 bolt left, though, right? Yeah, I only have 1 bolt left. This is a good-ass game. I have dealt myself a lot of damage, so the Psychic Frog could maybe kill me quickly. Yeah, no attacks. Street Wraith would be lethal, yes. That's a good draw. Just cast this. It was bad if they had a Bowmasters. No, come on. No. Hey, we could talk about this, Scarlet. You don't have to Bowmaster me. Force pitch? Suspicious. Leaving 4 mana untapped, huh? It has to be subtlety, right? What did they pitch? They pitched a Sink into Stupor? I mean, I can't not play my card, right? This has to be subtlety, right? Wait, what? Why would they pitch? What could possibly be in their hand that would make them inclined to pitch there, and it wasn't subtlety? Oh, Cling to Dust. I forgot about the Cling. Because theoretically, I have a line where I could attack with both, untap the army token. Then what they would have to do is they would go Psychic Frog, block Fear of Missing Out, discard the 1 card in their hand to make it a 2/3, but they can Cling to Dust to draw a card, then discard the other card they draw to make it a 3/4, eating the fear, putting them to 1. So I think that means my attack is no good. So that's why they did what they did. Okay, yeah, I gotta pass. So I guess they just cast the Cling end of turn anyways. Yeah, that makes sense. Can the Cling mess with the Goyf math? Is there a card that I only have 1 type of? Yeah, the Fear of Missing Out. Was that my only sorcery? Yeah, so I have what? 2 lands, 4 instants, 1 enchantment, 4 creatures. Okay, so they can keep me off 1 more type, but like 3 and 4 doesn't matter. The 3 is still lethal, so Is there a magic cylinder in Magic? Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I'm going for it. It's going to get worse if the more I wait, so I got to go for it. Oh, wait a minute. It's not even lethal, though, right? Because they can cling to gain 3. Okay, so if they cling to gain 3, if I untap the Nethergoyf, yeah, I guess that works. Because they gain 3 up to 5. I untap the Goyf. They block the Goyf, take 3, go to 2. Second attack, Goyf trades with Frog if they discard all 3 cards. They have nothing. Well, they have a cling, so they can survive, but they can cling to go up to 5. So they go cling, exile fear. Oh, wait, it would be a 3/4 Goyf. Right. Yeah, they can also take away Delirium. Yeah, we're actually kind of in a weird spot here. We don't even have good attacks once they use the cling. Yeah. So now we have a 3/4 Goyf and only 3 types. So if we send everything, they block the Nethergoyf, discard their whole hand, go to 2, we lose the Goyf. Is that worth it? I guess the other thing they could do is block Fear of Missing Out, discard 2, go to 1, and then keep a card in hand at 1 life. This is so tricky, isn't it? I don't have a looting in the graveyard. I think I gotta pass. What if I just attack with the Nethergoyf? How bad is that? And just trade the Nethergoyf for 3 cards in their hand? Like, I think I'm okay with that. But don't send anything else. I feel like that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I'm doing it. It makes sense in my head. Yeah, I mean, if they want to discard their whole hand, I'm down. Maybe they just have 3 bad cards anyways, but I guess that's a good point. Yeah, if I'm doing this, I should send everything. Yeah, that was dumb. I should have sent everything. Because if I send everything, they're always blocking the Goyf, so I just missed 3 damage. Yeah, you're correct. That was a stupid play. Yeah, I should have sent everything. You're right. You're right. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. That was really bad. Because that 3 damage is huge. Yeah, that was a huge punt. It's okay, they'll draw 2 lands. Well, I can haste it. That puts them to 1. I'm doing it. It's not quite lethal. Yeah, God, if I just attack with everything last turn, oh man. They have Cling. Do they have enough? 5 other cards. They do have enough, yeah. Oh, okay. So they can Cling the Goyf, go to 8, take 4. I mean, they can gain 3, go to 8, but it's still a 2-turn clock if they Cling. But they don't even have to Cling because it's not lethal. God, missing that 3 damage last turn was so bad. Because then it would have forced them to gain 3 off the Cling here. Right now they have 8 damage. Cling, draw, untap, draw, 4 in hand, 4 in play. Okay, well, they just did that. Yeah, this game would look a lot better if they were at 1 here. God, I'm so dumb. Why didn't I attack all that one turn? That was so stupid. I don't even know what I was thinking. That could hit a Phoenix. How about a hollow one? Actually relevant because it's Delirium, right? I mean, like if they have nothing, then, you know, they don't have nothing. I believe I am dead. Because they can just fetch, give flying. God. Is there a reason to hold something back? I don't think so, right? No, because if I draw Bowmaster off the fear of missing out and they crack the fetch that's lethal. And they just had 2 things. Damn it. Yeah. Opponent at 3 life and I missed 3 damage. It feels like maybe there could have been something. Maybe I could have done something to avoid this. Interesting. I could draw Bolt. Damn it. I deserve to lose that one. That one's on me. That one's on me. That was a tough game. Yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking on that attack. It's obviously attack all. Damn. Good match, though. That was fun. That was fun. I mean, this league was weird because, again, we didn't really cast Winternight Stories that much. I don't know. Tough to say. I like the card. I think that in some numbers it's good. I don't know if you want to play 4 copies, though. Because, again, like I said earlier, discarding it to Looting and Inquiry feels awesome. But when you're tapping 3 mana for it, that's when it gets a little sketchy, so I might just play 2 copies and play 2 more Fear of Missing Outs. But I do like the blue sideboard cards too. At least I like Consign. I don't know about Stubborn Denial and Flood Maw, but I don't know. Cool deck. I like it.